All right, it's time for Bo Knows. And today we're going to the World Cup, which is actually very funny because I'll be honest with you, I'm not usually a big soccer guy. Give me football, baseball, basketball, I'm in. But football? That has usually not been my lane. But this World Cup, honestly, I've been loving it. The energy, the crowd, the camaraderie of people coming together. But I'll also admit something. I still do not fully understand offsides. It's very confusing to me. I get the general idea. You can't just hang out behind the defense and cherry pick waiting for an easy goal. There has to be timing. There has to be awareness. There has to be alignment. And apparently, if your shoulder, your knee, or maybe even your left eyebrow is over the wrong spot, the flag goes up, the goal comes off the board, and every single person in the stadium loses their mind. But here is what I do understand. You can be talented, you can be fast, you can even put the ball in the net. But if you are not in the right position at the right time, the goal does not count. That is marriage and money. One spouse may be ready to go, the other may be trying to hold the line. One spouse might be thinking, let's do this. The other may be thinking, wait, are we actually set up for this? Neither person has to be wrong. But if the timing is off, if the communication is off, if one person thinks the play is happening and the other does not even know the ball was passed, you're going to be flagged for offsides. The argument is the flag. The surprise is the flag. The resentment is the flag. So here is your Bo Knows rule for the day. Stay on side together. Different positions are fine. Different instincts are fine. But you need the same field, the same goal, and the same timing. Because in money, just like in soccer, being ahead is not always the same as being aligned. So folks, please stay on side together. Let's bring this episode home. As always, I want to leave you with 3 questions. And if you are married, engaged, or building a life with someone, I would not just listen to these. As Gloria told Billy and White Men Can't Jump, you need to hear them. Question number 1. Do you know your spouse's money story or only their money habits? Because those are 2 different things. You may know they save. You may know they spend. You may know they worry. You may know they avoid. But do you know why? That is where the real conversation starts. Question 2. Do you both of you know where your family stands? Not down to every penny, but do both of you understand the basics? What do you own? What do you owe? What are you building? And who you would call if something happened? That's exactly where real partnership starts. Question 3. Are you staying on side together? Or is one of you making a financial run the other does not even know about? That's the big one. You can have different strengths, you can have different responsibilities, you can play different positions. But you need one shared direction because it's hard to build one family future when you're living 2 separate financial lives. And that is really this entire episode. The point of money is not to win an argument. The point of money is to build a life. And if you're married, that life should be built together. If this episode sounds like your household, the answer is not to blame each other. The answer is to get the full picture on the table. That is a big part of what we do at Julius Wealth Advisors. We help high-earning families organize their full 360-degree picture, understand the trade-offs, and build one shared plan. Not just the investments, not just the accounts, the full picture. So give us a call at 201-408-4644, email info@juliuswealth.com, or visit www.juliuswealthadvisors.com. Because money is a tool. It's not the goal. My grandfather Julius taught me that through the way he lived. When my family needed help, he stepped in, and that shaped me. It shaped this firm. It's shaped the way I think about wealth. The goal is not just to have more. The goal is to use what you have to build a more secure, intentional, and meaningful life with the people you love most. So until next time, be smart, be intentional, and keep building your wealth by choice, not chance. I'm Jason Blumstein, and this is the Big Bo Show.